What's up YouTube, and welcome to another AI-only time-lapse. And today we're looking at what happens if you give Ireland max technology. That's right, we've unified these guys and given them guns. What could possibly go wrong? And before we get started, I think it's important to note that the Eye of Sauron is always watching us, with comments like, okay, yup, and yo. Sour Mortar, thanks for the comments. Keep up the, honestly not sure. It's always one word. With that, do make sure to comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let's check out this time lapse. Early expansion by Ireland into the rest of the British Isles. Not surprising. Whoa. Interesting. They must have expanded too quickly. Wait a minute. Okay, no, Denmark just took Norway. For a second, I thought England took Norway. No, Denmark took Norway. They're expanding a ton. Ireland went colonial. We've got Irish Canada, Irish Peru. Big fan of Irish Peru. Not something you see every day. Irish Australia. So they went hard colonial relatively early. Although at this point, everyone's sort of going to be catching up to them. Oh my goodness. They took Japan. What? Irish Japan. Okay. Okay, Ireland. Now we got the Irish Far East. Also, Scandinavia is just Russia at this point. Ottomans are pretty thick, sort of what we would expect. I love the idea that Canada is now just a bunch of really nice Irish people. And I don't know, I feel like as an Irish person myself, I can make fun of the stereotype that Irish are angry. So the idea of Irish Canadians is just humorous to me. The Irish Far East continues to exist. They're actually pushing down into China now. I love the fact that the AI in this game just always ignores Europe. Just straight up ignores it. And that's basically what Ireland's doing here. And they're like, well, we'll just go to China. The Irish have moved into Brittany, though. They do have northern France. So, I mean, a little bit of territory there. Chagatai is taking advantage of what appears to be a weak Scandinavia. And as I said that, they immediately lost a war with Scandinavia. But the Irish Tartary continues to grow. Spain is honestly quite impressive, and Mexico has gone revolutionary. Spain, oh dang, we had a Spanish-French union, which caused an extremely powerful Spain there. They are looking at taking Eastern Europe, Western Europe, and as much of Africa as they can. The Irish Tartary. I love the idea that Ireland took the British Islands, and then they're like, alright, let's just take all of Asia. We basically have the Irish Mongol Empire right now. And you know what? I'm totally here for that. That is great. So you'll probably around this time notice a expansion of Ireland into Europe. Yeah, that's not Ireland. That, my friends, is Italy. And how is Italy expanding? Well, Spain has a personal union over Italy. So we basically right now have the powerhouse of Spain and the powerhouse of the Irish Tartary. From this point forward, they're not Ireland anymore. They're just the whole Irish horde people, Irish steppe people. And it's basically them versus Spain to see who can come out on top. They do still control Australia, but other than that, they have lost the vast majority of their colonies. Scandinavia right now has got to be my favorite because they're no longer in Scandinavia, and they literally have the green blob to the east, and the green blob to the west. Also a big fan that we removed the Ottomans and replaced them with, well, green blobs. Very green world. Revolutionary Mexico is just North America because, hey, we should have built that wall. They tried to warn us, this is what's going to happen. The Irish Tartary has moved into Arabia. Or is that? Nope, that's Italy. Same thing at this point. I also believe Cuba has taken northern South America. That's awesome. You do you, Cuba. Scandinavia is just, they're an absolute mess. So that brings us to the end of this time lapse. And I have to say that this is by far one of my favorite time lapses. So probably my favorite part about this entire map is Irish Germany. Somehow Ireland took central Germany, even though they're completely surrounded by the Spanish and the Italians. And my favorite part about this is that it's really hard to tell without zooming in because the greens are so close to one another. You just don't notice it if you don't zoom in. And big fan of that Irish Germany. We got Scandinavia doing colonialism in Africa. They are managing to hold the Scandinavian Congo. Do have to say though, that's a long trip, given that their only port is northern Russia. In case we were confused at all, this is Cuba. This is Cuba. And then if you look really closely, this is Cuba. Religiously unsurprising, the world is very, very Catholic. Like, really Catholic. Outside of Hindu India and small pockets of Sunni in Africa. Then there's some blue. And you wonder, what's that blue? Yeah, that is, Revolutionary Chavchani. That's Tengri. And my favorite part about those guys still being Tengri and still existing is they're allied to Ireland. It's literally the Ireland were like, oh, we like you. We'll keep you around. Don't worry. We'll keep you safe. Culturally, there is a lot of Irish. There is a lot of Irish. The Maghreb, that's that light blue in Northern Africa and also Eastern Africa and sort of Western Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. There's a lot of Maghrebs. Yeah, Australia can't make up its mind. Is it Aboriginal? Is it Irish? Is it Moroccan? Dynastically, the world is run by the Wattasids and the O'Queelies. I love that the Wattasi was a Moroccan dynasty that's currently ruling Catholic Spain and Italy. And O'Queely sounds like they should be running a Boston bar. Development-wise, we've got the capital of Ireland's got 438 development. And Madrid is not far behind them with 358. Those are the two powerhouses globally. There's, honestly, actually, there's some light spots in Europe. There's a couple light spots in Mexico also. But those are the two primary powerhouses economically in this. And finally, the great power list. Spain did come out on top, beating the Irish Tartary. That is because of the fact that they have that personal union over Italy. That's followed up by revolutionary Mexico. Not uncommon to see whoever unifies one of the American continents on the top. Revolutionary Orissa, who was able to unify most of India. Brazil, being the dominant power in South America. Scandinavia, Vianyar, and the Revolutionary Commonwealth. Can I just point out that this guy, in the middle of Italian Western Europe, with Spain to the west, and Irish Germany, the Irish hordes to the east, is the 8th most powerful country in the world. A completely landlocked, crippled Commonwealth. They are allied to Spain. Okay, so that is literally peace on earth. That is the safest place to live in this world, is the Revolutionary Commonwealth. They're never going to see war. They won. Revolutionary Commonwealth, winner of Irish 32 Tech. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. This was absolutely one of my favorite maps so far. That Irish Tartary still just gets me. If you guys have ideas for future videos that you would like to see, do make sure to let me know down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And only about 15 to 20% of the people who watch my videos, and honestly that might even be high, I think it's lower, are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you watch these videos regularly, hitting that subscribe button really does help me. We are on the path to 1,000, and when we hit 1,000, I'm going to be looking at doing some mega campaigns. We got stuff coming, so make sure to hit that like button. Let's hit 1,000 in the next 3 to 6 months. Let's do it. I know we can. You guys can beat that. Let's do it. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Reath out.